Welcome to the 2025 graduation of the Professional Learning TAPP class. Please stand and recognize them as they process.
Broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we can walk it out. Ooh, mountain, we can walk it out. And mountain. And I rise like the day. I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise like the waves. I rise up, in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. You, the silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other, and we will rise, so we'll rise, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves, we'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we can walk it out. Move mountains, we can walk it out. Ooh. I'm broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round. And you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we can walk it out. Mountain, we can walk it out. Mountain, and I rise like the day. I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise up, I like the waves. I rise.
Please be seated. We rise up today as we salute these graduates. There are no dreams deferred. Our dreams come true today. The dream of taking our children and molding them and make them great for a better tomorrow today. These people who have been guarded and watched and coached by their TDSs throughout this process, they couldn't have made it without you. I want to recognize my staff, Dr. Wakia Brown, Dr. Denise Stevens, our director, Dr. Avery Kinley, Ms. Melissa Iddens, our coordinating supervisors. I'd like to recognize the people who helped bring all this together, our administrative assistants. Rosalind, our training specialist. We pride ourselves in teamwork, and teamwork, in fact, does make the dream work. Look at this dream that I'm looking at right here. We are so proud of you. We have members of our board. We have members of our administrative staff all here to recognize you today and let you know that you, in your dream, have exploded. At this time, please allow me to welcome our Deputy Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Dr. Delphia Young.
I'm not as young as I used to be, so it might take me a little bit longer. I ain't 20 no more.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
You know, each year that I've had a chance to stand before you, I say this was the best class. So once again, I want to say this is the best class. Congratulations. On behalf of our superintendent, Dr. Anthony Smith, and our deputy superintendent and chief of staff, Dr. Douglas Hendricks, I'd like to say welcome, welcome, welcome to all of our guests, and congratulations to all of our TAPP graduates. Boy, boy, boy. We can talk about these 2 years, can't we?
Oh, yeah.
I know we're hard. So you have completed one of the most rigorous field-based certification program in the entire state of Georgia. You know how I know? Because Clayton County Public School produces the best. And for that, I say congratulations. But these staying through those 2 years. I appreciate that. Over the past 2 years, you've logged more than 400 hours of deep learning. Field experiences, mentoring, all of those portfolios y'all had to put together, right? All while managing your classrooms. Growing your craft. Yes? And somehow, you remembered to get up and come back the next day. Thank you. So, I want to say this. That alone deserves all the applause at this moment that everybody can foster and give me. Thank you. And definitely in the next, I don't know how many days, a summer break. You've navigated the frameworks of teaching, whether it's the Clayton County Public Schools or someone else's. You mastered all of the standards that were expected of you. And you probably recited all of the Georgia PSC acronyms in your sleep, right? EIP, IEP, DES. And you've been mentored, you've been molded, and you've been challenged. And now you are not just surviving, you're now thriving. Because you don't have this pressure. As you move into the next chapter, as certified teachers, may your copiers never jam. Yes. Oh, you might even have access to a copier, and some paper, and some ink. Your classroom lights stay on during classroom observations. And your computer battery never dies. And your students remember to bring maybe a pencil to class and their laptop charged, fully charged. And they bring their manners and goodwill. We are proud of your commitment, your determination, and your impact. You didn't just meet the standards, you are now setting standards for what education and excellence look like, not just for Clayton County, but in our nation. And thank you for that. I also want to thank a few other people, your principals, your assistant principals, your coaches, your mentors, your TDS. Thank you for pouring into these wonderful people. Thank you for giving them the courage to stay with us and to stay in Clayton County. But I also know there are a few departments we also have to thank. Our HR department. Yes. Now don't throw tomatoes at me because I'm over this one. Teaching and learning department. School leadership. Professional learning. And so many other departments who have worked to make you have the best outcomes possible. But we cannot do any of this without some very special people. It is our school board and our school board members. And so I want to thank you for always supporting our teachers, for always pushing us to be excellent, and to always, always say yes to the budget. Now I continue. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Young, and we thank you for all the support you've given us throughout the year. Also bringing you greetings this evening is the Chief of Leadership, Dr. Keith Colbert. Dr. Colbert.
Good evening. Good evening. And I echo many of the sentiments that Dr. Young has shared with you, but before I officially greet our graduates, I just want to take a moment, Dr. Duncan, to really thank you for the vision you set years ago for this TAPP program. It was your vision that set the stage for this type of event to be a reality. So thank you to your team. And to the graduates, I think you told us at Cabinet it was 77 graduates this year. So to the 77 graduates, we salute you. We celebrate more than just your completion. We celebrate a promise fulfilled, because this was more than completion. I think this journey was about, you made a commitment and a promise to yourself, your families, your schools, your principals, that you will complete this. Some start and don't finish, because this is a very rigorous program. You work during the day, come to the PLC
At night.
And repeat the same cycle the next day. Not to mention the countless meetings that we have during the day while you're at school. Now, I say that, but those meetings are needed now. I mean, we can't do this work without planning, without participating in professional development. So all those things go with this work, with this journey. But I salute you for being courageous enough to be able to go through this journey. I did not say anything about managing behavior, which throughout the country is a major challenge, because you're looking to motivate so many different personalities. You work to build meaningful and lasting relationships. So I salute you for being relationship builders. You chose to teach at a time when our students and profession needed you the most. Some are running away from this noble profession, but you chose to enter this profession. And through every lesson plan, every late night reflection, and every breakthrough moment in the classroom, you've proven that you are exactly the kind of educators our district and children deserve. So I just wanted to take a time to say thank you. Thank you for sticking to this commitment. I look forward to the success and the impact that you will make inside of the classroom. Every student deserves an effective teacher. An effective teacher enhances the trajectory of our students. Without the effectiveness, our students fall through the cracks. So I salute you. I thank you to the POC team. I certainly thank you to the TDSs that pour into the TAPP candidates, that support them through bad times and good times. You were there. I see you in and out of the building. In my experience with TAPP teachers that have worked with me, I know the journey. but you are strong because of that journey, and you will make a lasting impact on our students. So I thank you and I salute you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Colbert. At this time, representing the Board of Education, we will now hear from Ms. Mary Baker, who is the Vice Chair of the Board, who will greet you at this time. Thank you.
Good evening. This is a wonderful event. As you can tell, I'm not Benjamin Straker, I am Mary Baker. I am the vice chair for the board, and I just want to bring greetings from the board. I do have Dr. Dee Haney with us tonight. You'll stand and wave. She said if you need anything, just call her. I'll be there. Again, I just want to welcome you. I'm looking out here, and my children went through Clayton County Public Schools. I know the difference teachers make. And I look at you and your TAPP teachers, which tells me you could be doing something else, but you chose to come back for the kids. And I'm sure there's times you question that decision. But we are very, very thankful for it. And we hope that this is just the start of a wonderful time for you. I know things aren't always easy, and if you have questions, which I'm sure you will, you still have support here through your mentors, through all of these people, your schools, and truly the Board of Education. We know the work you do. We can't always be there, but believe me, we are cheering you on from the sidelines. So I will be brief and just say thank you so much for what you do and what you're going to do. And we welcome you with open arms.
Thank you so much, Ms. Baker, Ms. Haney. We're so pleased that you were able to come this evening. Are there any other board members? Thank you so much. At this particular time, I am going to ask Dr. Simpson, who has a charge for you, and he's going to make you rise up out of your seats. Dr. Simpson is my former supervisor, and I used to love to hear him speak because I get chill bumps. Yeah. So I just want to say, get ready to get chill bumps and for your hair to rise. Come on, Doc, do it to me.
I was at the end of the rope. Oh, okay. Okay, one. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Wow, everybody's giving thanks to all of you all wonderful people, so I'm not going to belabor the point. I want to go ahead and jump right into this. You know, this is year 37 for me in education. So as I was riding over here, I thought about where I was when you decided to take it upon yourself to venture into this field of education. And it was an experience, a life-altering experience for me. And that life-altering experience came at a time when I was working in the maximum security prisons as a corrections officer. At 21 years of age, I walked down the center of a cell block and I counted all the inmates to my left and right. Did that for about 18 months, and I have to be honest with you, at that time, it really did not matter to me. It didn't dawn upon me at the time the state of what it was that I was dealing with and where I was working. But you have to decide and make a decision as to one day you got to become a part of the problem, a part of the solution. And so when I was thinking about becoming a part of the solution, I had no clue as to what that solution was going to look like. See, when I thought about becoming a teacher, I thought about the type of teachers that I had. See, I didn't like school. I didn't like my teachers. My teachers didn't like me. I wasn't a bad child, I just didn't like school. So when I thought about becoming a teacher, I thought about the type of teacher that I wanted, but I did not have. I wanted a teacher who was just cool. Honestly, I wanted the type of teacher who would give me the type of attention because of the C's and maybe D's that I was making. The same level of attention and intensity that they were giving that child that was making A's. And I didn't have that. So when I decided to become a part of the solution, I created that teacher. And I created that teacher off of what I read in this book of an author who just passed away last week, Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu. Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu authored 4 volumes of a book called The Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys. I was working in maximum security, and to my left and to my right in the cell block, everybody looked just like me. So that helped for me to define the solution. So before I decided to teach, though, and create that teacher, I tested a theory in which he had stated in that book. I was substitute teaching in a class one day, and I asked all of the boys in the classroom, is there a man in this building, from the cafeteria worker to the custodian, from the paraprofessional to the principal, that you can look at and say, you know what, I want to be just like him? And every single boy in that class said, no, it's not one man in this building that I aspire to be like. So in 1991, there was less than 1.5% of African-American male teachers in education throughout the country. I decided to do something that I never thought I would do again after graduating from college. Go back and sit before another board professor. But I wanted to be a part of that solution, and I wanted to create that teacher. So I went back to West Georgia while I worked the nights at the prison, and I became certified after about a year. And my very first class was 21 boys and 9 girls. So this was a time they called it provisional. Y'all remember that? You were a provisional teacher. Listen, folks, I went from the jailhouse back door to the schoolhouse front door. In a matter of 2 weeks. I have to be honest with you, I was not a great teacher. I was a hell of a disciplinarian, you know. And look at my background. But those 21 boys, you can imagine now that those were not the most well-behaved or the best well-behaved 21 boys in the 5th grade. I was the only male teacher of the school of 1,200 children. I was that teacher that I wanted to create. I was cool. Look, I took it very, very serious. I wanted to be that model and that example. So I made sure that I looked the part. I wanted to give these boys something to aspire to be if it was going to be like me or to be like another man in that building. So I was adamant about the fact that I'm going to dress like I'm a judge. I'm going to dress like I'm a physician. I'm going to dress like I'm an attorney because I wanted them to be able to see that a teacher is held at a level of high esteem just like every other profession. So I was intentional about that cool teacher that I wanted to create. See, let me tell you something about those individuals. All of these doctors and all of these Averys and all of these people, they were once teachers. You heard positions like chief of staff, deputy superintendents, they were all teachers. I'm saying that to you that right now you might be in the classroom. 5 years you might be sitting up here. 6 years you might be standing right here. I never expected to be here. I never expected to be a deputy superintendent. I'm gonna tell you how I got here. Being good to people. Listen, you got to love people. If you listen, we can teach you how to teach, but we can't teach you how to love. You got to bring love to the equation yourself. So if you don't love people, you're in the wrong profession. These children need love. I'm talking about they need that. y'all probably heard this before. When you told your folks that you were going into education, you probably heard this, something like this. All right, now you know you gotta be tough on them kids. You ain't hear nothing about love though. So I believe in tough love. But I believe it's love, then tough, then love. Because see, once you establish a relationship based on genuine love, care, and concern, then you can be tough.
Yes.
People used to wonder why it is that certain people could say things to certain children or students that others couldn't. I'm gonna tell you why. Because of the love and the relationship. So if you've not established that genuine, that authentic love for that child, don't go there with them. Because you're gonna get something back that you don't want. Y'all heard a lot about lesson plans. Do you have a relationship plan? Do you have a relationship plan? I'm talking about a relationship plan in that binder with all of the children in your class that tells you everything about that child. That's okay, I'll send you one. I already have a template. I'll send you one. I'll make sure you get it. And I want you to complete it. In the fall, in August, when you receive those children, I want you to complete that relationship plan. Because see, without that relationship plan, you're not going to get to your lesson plan.
That's right.
Rule number 1, keep your hands off the children. Rule number 2, keep your hands off the children. Rule number 3, keep your hands off the children. Hey, gentlemen, I'm so glad to see you all. I'm gonna tell you what I did my first year of teaching because I was a little bit paranoid. I designated a male student to be the last one to walk out of my classroom. Y'all see where I'm going? Every single class, every single period, I designated a boy to be the last one to walk out of my classroom. I never met with a female student in my classroom alone. Gentlemen, you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. There were no cameras everywhere when I started this thing. I'm just sharing with you some things so that you can protect yourself. You gotta be careful. Don't put yourself in uncompromising situations or situations so that you can prevent a lot of the incidences that may occur. Listen, if a child is trying to walk out of that classroom, don't block their ingress and egress. Don't do it. Get out the way. We have procedures in schools that can assist you with that. That goes back to keeping your hands off the children. Stay out of the teacher's lounge. Let me explain. Tell you what goes on in the teacher's lounge. Y'all been to them. Hopefully it's changed a little bit. Tell you what happens in the teacher's lounge. They're not talking about academic achievement. They're not talking about how to increase academic achievement in test scores. They're not talking about the Georgia milestone. They're not talking about collaborative planning. Surround yourself with a circle of people in this profession who wants what you want. Meaning if they're not talking about solutions and speaking about things that are positive, then you don't need to be around them. Unfortunately, we have people in our schools that think and talk negatively about the school. All of your conversation and efforts should be about how you can make that principal look good. You need to become a part of the principal clique. Y'all don't know what the principal clique is, do you? I'm gonna tell you. Principals, wave your hand. Here we go. This is the principal's clique. It is when Dr. Colbert sends an email out to the principals at 2 o'clock of a report that he needs to be done by 4 o'clock. And the principal is scratching his or her head trying to figure out who can I call, who can I go to assist me with completing this task. Principals don't have time to go to 15 to 20 different people. They can only go to and have the time to go to the individuals that they know who's ride or die. And this is typically how it happens. When they come to you, they say, got this email from Dr. Coleman. He's asked me for this project, I gotta get it done. And your response is, gotta take my son to practice, but hold up. Let me see if I can call my sister. And she'll pick him up and take him. Or she goes to the next person. Because he only has about 4 or 5 they can call on. They go to the next one. Hey, look, I got this project to do. Can you help me out? And they go, well, you know, I had rehearsal this afternoon, but you know what? That's okay. I'll go later. You're going to end up in the clique. Now, there are some benefits to the clique. Here's one of them. You have a child that's about to have a move on when ready ceremony, finishing up the 5th grade, matriculating to middle school. You have a child that's in the 8th grade, matriculating from the 8th grade, going to high school. Or you just happen to have a child that graduated from high school. And the graduation of the ceremony is at 11 o'clock. And you got to be there. And you go to your principal and you say, hey, look, my child is graduating. Can I stop? Go ahead. It's one of the benefits of being in the clique. Because he or she's going to remember the time in which you sacrificed for the team. Look, that's what it's about, folks. That's what it's really about. That's all of what this is about. You're going to have to make some sacrifices so that the team wins. Now, last couple things I want to leave you with. Look, you got to have someone that you're going to talk to when you leave work in the afternoon about your day. You got to get some of this stuff out. Because your folks ain't going to want to hear it all the time. You got to have somebody to talk to. Somebody that can relate. But I'm going to need for you to have a short-term memory. I'm going to need you to have a short-term memory so on the following day, you have completely forgotten about what happened the day before. Because every day is going to be completely different. Mentally and emotionally, we want you to be well. We want you to be physically prepared every single day and charged fully. So that when you go before our children, you're ready to teach them. And being physically, emotionally, and mentally charged means that you have to figure out a way and find a way in your life or your lifestyle that you can all compress this and allow a point to where you can just get it out. And if that's a conversation, if that's exercise, whatever it is, have a means and a mechanism for you to be able to digress. And then I guarantee you in 20, 25, 30 years, because I know y'all gonna be around that long, that you'll look up with no intended purposes, be standing right here like I am. Listen, we need you. We need you at a time, as Dr. Colbert just spoke about, we need you now more than ever. And the fact that you have decided to make this decision at such a time, it speaks volumes. And I know these folk have prepared you. I know them. I know they have prepared you to be the very best teachers in this country. And our children are going to benefit from it. They're going to benefit from it. So love the children. I mean, love them, but love your families. Yes. Got to have some love left when you get home now. You won't want that tank to be empty on love by the time you get to your spouse or your own children. Because they need your love too. And quite frankly, they may not care about all the love you gave out during the day. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I couldn't have chosen a better profession. I'll be honest with you, this wasn't my dream job. But it was the dream that I fulfilled. This is what I needed to be doing. This is where I'm supposed to be. You're here for a reason. I believe that there's a special place in heaven for teachers. I believe that, and I'm going to always believe that. And the fact that you have committed to this work, we couldn't be more happy than we are. So I'm gonna leave you with these few words I live and die by. If you can't be a bush on the side of a hill, be a shrub in the valley. But be the best little shrub this side of the hill, be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a bush, be a bit of the grass somehow way happy you make. If you can't be a muskie, then just be a bass. But be the liveliest bass in the lake. We can't all be captains. We've got to be crew. There's something for all of us here. There's big work to do. There's little work to do. The task from the space of the near. If you can't be a highway, then just be the trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. It isn't by chance that you pass or fail, but be the best at whatever you are. Thank you and congratulations.
Are you feeling the chill bumps? Let's start it right. Thank you so much, Dr. Simpson. We appreciate you still. At this particular time, I would like to bring to the podium Dr. Avery Kinley, followed by Ms. Melissa Eddings, who will introduce our coordinating our professional learning staff. Thank you.
Good evening, and congratulations again to the 2025 TAPP completers. Give yourself a hand. You know, I'm used to that we're all used to that proverb of it takes a village to raise a child. And I'd like to remix that by saying that it takes a quality candidate support team to raise a great TAPP candidate. And so I want to recognize some people that help support you all. And so starting with family, friends, and supporters, if you'll give yourself a round of applause. The Mennonites that I'm sure they came home tired and complained. Administrators, you were recognized before, but if you will stand to be recognized. All of our administrators that are here. Thank you so much. You can see the support that you have. And then your TAPP mentors. All of our TAPP mentors, those that are here, if you will please stand and be recognized. Thank you so much. Now what undergirds all of that are our teacher development specialists. And you know, one of the interesting things that Dr. Duncan always says, and Dr. Duncan hired me as a teacher, way back when. But one of the things that she always says is that people don't leave professional learning, they either retire or get promoted. And we had 3 teacher development specialists who got promoted. And so we want to recognize them, and I want to start with Dr. Sean Antonetti, who is the assistant principal at Monroe High School. Dr. Antonetti, is there? Mrs. Makia Henderson, who is the assistant principal at Michelle Obama. And as of about a week ago, or a week and a half ago, Mr. Daniel Lee, who is the coordinator of technology. Congratulations.
All right, and let's recognize the remaining teacher development specialists. We have Miss Nichelle Williams, please. Miss Cheryl Reddick. Miss Tara Rummy. Dr. Stephanie Harmon. Miss Tracy Coulter. Miss Samsia Berkeley. Mr. Naji El Tayeb. Mr. Noel Hart. Miss Sherelle Rogers. Mr. Shelby Stewart. Victoria Schumann. Thank you all for all the hard work that you do every single day. TAPP candidates, give them a round of applause.
At this time, we'll have Nina Robinson, our 2024 TAPP Ambassador. She's going to share a few words.
Making sure I'm going in order. Woo, good evening. Y'all, good evening. You made it. Oh my goodness, and the happiest of appreciation to this amazing group of legends that sit here before me today. Today I celebrate a great ambassador. As an ambassador coming into this amazing squad, you will share your journey amongst others. You will mentor the new guy to new candidates. You will be the face of TAPP at the event, and you are spreading that word. And you will be the voice of valuable feedback that helps shape this amazing program. As ambassadors, we promote, we lead, we inspire, and we make a difference. So let me send this special charge that you hold in your heart. Let you be the keeper of light, but never its owner. Let your knowledge not be a secret that blocks the way of others, but a gift meant to be multiplied. May every lesson that you teach reach every student's ears. Every word spoken in love and truth never be shadowed by glory alone, but by the growth of many. Your gift as an educator is not a private treasure. It is a tool for transformation, a spark that must leap from one life to the next. Empower them to teach with conviction. Remind yourself and others that the classroom is never about control, but about compassion, curiosity, and courage. Show them the truth of being a teacher. It's not how much you know, but how much you give. Let this torch continue to burn, not in your hands alone, but in every teacher, every student, and every soul that is touched. For your greatness lives on, not in what you have kept, but what you have given away. This is your charge. Be the light. Share your light. Multiply that light, and let it shine forever. And with this, I pass the torch.
And now we have the passing of the torch from our 2024 TAPP Ambassador to our 2025 TAPP Ambassador, Chelsea Goodman. Thank you, Ms. Robinson. All right, everyone. Again, my name is Cynthia Berkeley, and I'm a teacher development specialist. And I just wanted to share a few words about Chelsea Goodman, okay? Chelsea Goodman, a third grade teacher at Lakeridge Elementary School, began her journey in education 5 years before she began the TAPP program. It was during this time that she discovered her passion for teaching and made the decision to pursue it as a career. In January 2024, she officially joined the spring cohort and has since excelled in every aspect of the program. In TAPP, we emphasize one core value above all. I know y'all know this word. Consistency. All right, say the word. Consistency. And Ms. Goodman truly embodies this. No matter when you step into her classroom, you'll find the same level of high quality instruction, structure, and engagement. Her classroom is a model of consistency and enthusiasm for teaching and learning. One of the most noticeable aspects of Ms. Goodman's teaching is her ability to keep her students fully engaged. From interactive chants and creative attention getters to visually rich anchor charts and hands-on activities, she creates a vibrant learning environment where students are actively involved and excited to learn. Furthermore, Ms. Goodman's dedication to her own growth is equally impressive. She actively seeks feedback, values reflection, and takes the initiative to strengthen her instructional practices. In fact, she made the admirable choice to remain in the TAPP program for an additional semester. Yeah. And not out of necessity, but out of a desire to grow. When I asked her, I said, why would you do that? She said, I want to receive as much feedback as I can so I can grow to be the best teacher for my students. Her words speak volumes about her character, her humility, and commitment to excellence. I want to hear you say the word intentional. Intentional. When you hear that word, I want you to think about Ms. Goodman. That's the word that best captures Ms. Goodman. Everything she does, from the way she manages her classroom to how she seeks feedback and refines her practice, is driven by a deep commitment to students' learning and growth. Let's give a big round of applause as we proudly congratulate Ms. Goodman.
Oh my God, if I didn't know that was given this honor, I wouldn't know you were talking about me. Thank you. And good evening, everyone. I'm Chelsea, or Miss Goodman. And I stand before you so humbled and just genuinely honored to receive this recognition as TAPP Ambassador. This award, although it bears my name, it reflects the efforts of so many, including my students, my colleagues, my mentors, my TDS, Miss Berkeley, and my family, who has shaped me into the teacher that I'm still becoming. And yes, I said I'm still becoming, because today I want to speak about the power of self-reflection in teaching. And I'm trying not to get emotional. Early in my career, I thought that good teaching was just lesson planning and managing the classroom. But over the years, I've learned the most impactful growth that I've experienced came from not what I've been taught, but what I've questioned. It came from asking myself hard questions like, what worked in today's lesson? But also, what didn't? Was every student seen and heard today? Did I lead with fidelity? And sometimes simply, was I that teacher that the students needed? Self-reflection is not about a checklist, it's truly a mindset. It's the quiet pause within the noise, the mirror that we hold up not over our practice, but our purpose. In that reflection is where I found my humility. And with humility, it came transformation, and with transformation, it produced actions. So that question sometimes I ask myself, what am I missing? It wasn't an admission of failure. It's a commitment to growth. It's my act of love and my act of service. And when we model that vulnerability to our students, when our students see us learning, they see us adjusting, they see us apologizing and evolving, they begin to understand that learning is not just a destination, but it's a lifelong journey. That being wrong is not shameful, it holds power, because that means that we're still learning. I challenge all of us, no matter how long you've been in this profession, to lean into reflection not as a negative thing, but as a gift, to see every moment even those hard ones, especially those hard ones, as opportunities to grow. Let's continue to ask ourselves those tough questions. Let's continue to listen. Let's continue to evolve. Let's continue to be the best teachers, not the ones that always has the answers, but the ones who with the courage to keep asking better questions. And thanks to Ms. Berkeley and the questioning strategy, I think I mastered that. And in closing, thank you for this honor. Thank you for trusting me if there are parents out here with your students. Thank you for all the stories, the times, the feedback, the observations, because as TAPP candidates, we know we get about 100 a year. And as teachers, certified teachers, extra emphasis on the certification. Let's continue to grow together. Thank you.
We will now have the presentation of certificates by Dr. Stevens and Dr. Brown.
Oh, you cried.
Good evening, everyone. I have the honor of presenting TAPP Completers 2025 for Ms. Sancia Berkeley. We have Ms. Sandra Aubrey. We have Ms. Shanita Foster. Chelsea Goodman. Mr. Alvin Glimpf. Mr. Carlos Hurdado, Miss Felicia Jackson, Mr. Matthew Jenkins, Miss Danae White. Please give it up for the TAPP completers for Miss Sansia Berkeley. We're excited tonight, this evening, to present the candidates, TAPP completers, who work with Tracy Coulter. Congratulations, Mr. Kenneth Brown. Give it up for Mr. Kenneth. Mr. Lucas Brudas, congratulations. Miss Jocelyn Crowley. Miss Jasmine Freeman. Miss LaQuina Smith. Mr. Fenton Thompson. We would like to go ahead and celebrate the TAPP completers for Mr. Najiel Tayeb, Miss Ebony Anderson, Mr. Brandon Gaither, Ms. Tiffany Means, Mr. Matthew Mitchell, Miss Milady Gonzalez, and Miss Kimberly Smith. Let's give it up once again for all TAPP completers from Mr. Naji El Tayeb. Now we'd like to recognize the TAPP completers for Dr. Stephanie Harmon. Congratulations, Sade Good. Miss Antalea Johnson. Miss Monkira Mays. Miss Tanya Mitchell. Miss Jocelyn Pannell. Miss Kyler Ray. Miss Veronica Stanley. Miss Elvie Tutton. another round of applause for Dr. Stephanie Harmon's group. Awesome. Awesome. Let's give it up for TAPP completers, please, for Mr. Noel Hart. We have Miss Christina Butler. We have Miss Jamaica Heinzman. We have Mr. Esmond Pickett. And we have Miss Cynthia Talley. Let's give it up once again for TAPP completers for Mr. Noel Hart. We're excited tonight for Mr. Daniel Lee's group. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Danielle Delane. Mr. Jordan Vashon. Miss Karen Greer. Mr. Maurice Howard. Mr. Lonell Leonard. Miss Takia O'Kelly. Miss Deanna Turner.
Okay, points out.
And that completes Mr. Daniel Lee's group. Let's give them a round of applause. Now we have Miss Remy's group. Miss Tara Remy. We have Miss Alvin Calloway. Congratulations. Let's give her a round of applause. That's Miss Remy's TAPP completer. All right, let's prepare to give a round of applause for TAPP completers for Ms. Sherelle Rogers. We have Ms. Tia and Adams. We have Ms. Lakeisha Frazier. Ms. Deshana King. Ms. Faja McCurdy. We have Ms. Tiffany Russell. We have Ms. Shelby Slappy. We have Miss Amber Ward.
We continue. Cecilia?
That's my son.
Let's continue the excitement for Miss Sherika Reddick's group. Congratulations, Miss India Ba.
Come on, Huey, stand up.
Miss Nandi Geiger. Miss Trinity Randolph. Miss Sarah Thornton. Let's give Miss Reddick's group another round of applause. All right, let's go ahead and give a round of applause for TAPP completers for Mr. Shelby Stewart. We have Miss Azaria Bryant. Miss Rosa Desai. We have Miss Tiffany Josephs. Miss Sandra Kelly. Ms. Destiny Montfort. We have Mr. Edwin Powell. And we have Ms. Nikisha Seaborn. Please give it up once again for the TAPP completers for Mr. Shelby Stewart. Now, we want to recognize Miss Nichelle Williams' group. Congratulations, Dorian Clark. Thomas Grant. Nelly Oblitas. Dr. Scarlett Peterson. Miss Mara Smith. this year. I stand before you with closing remarks. And right now, I want TAPP completers to stand, look around you, and give those individuals that have poured into you all year long, give them a round of applause as well. Give them a round of applause as well. Yes, 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 yes. Once again, we want to say congratulations. You can have a seat, please, to the mother and son graduate. We know that's an anomaly. That just doesn't happen all the time. You have a mother and a son graduate. Y'all love on each other right now. Love on each other. That is a beautiful thing. Congratulations, congratulations. I heard one of our speakers say that today is not just a day of celebration. It's a day of declaration. And today you have declared that you are ready, you are committed, and you are walking in your calling. How many of you are walking in your calling today? From there, we want you to know that we understand that you all have been stretched emotionally, physically, psychologically. You've been stretched, but just like a surgeon, sometimes a doctor has to reset a bone. They have to break it and reset it. There's going to be some discomfort, but what comes after that? Nothing but joy. You're being able to walk in your gift. You have built, you have rebuilt, and you continue to rise. But that being said, continue to be the examples that you are. People are watching you, you know. Your students are watching you. Your teachers, your colleagues, your administrators, the community is watching you. So continue to walk in excellence and grace. And remember, when the work gets heavy, continue to stretch. Let me hear you say stretch. When you feel discovered, remember the lives that you have touched. And let me hear you say touch. And when you forget who you are, you remember why you started. Let me hear you say why. Go forward with joy, not just happiness, because happiness can't be sustained, but joy is everlasting. From there, walk in your purpose and walk with power. And remember, you have promises to keep and miles to go before you sleep. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Very quickly, before I take my seat, once again, I would like to thank our esteemed leader of the Department of Professional Learning. Give it up once again for Dr. Gloria Duncan and her leadership. I would also like to thank all of our esteemed and distinguished board members, our board chair, our board members, all of our cabinet members, our superintendent of schools in his absence. I would also like to thank, there are two very special young ladies right now. I just would like to stand. They put all this programming together here. I want Miss Sansia Berkeley and Miss Cheryl Reddick. Stand to your feet right now. Stand to your feet right now. G-double-O-D-J-O-B. I said G-double-O-D-J-O-B. Good job, good job. Oh yes, give it up for these queens and all of the team members that have supported them as well. Before I take my seat, I want to give some acknowledgement to the communications department, maintenance department, and communications. They standing right back here. You might as well give them a round of applause. You know, y'all gonna watch their videos and you're gonna look at their pictures. So give them a round of applause. Our maintenance department, technology department, thank you so much. We have balloon arrangements by the Lux Statement, Ms. Tamika Barber, dance performances. Give it up for that queen sister that danced. All the graduates were coming down the aisle. She was finding a spot everywhere she could, and she got those legs up and those arms stretched. Give it up for Miss Daylin Francis. From there, we also had donations to candidates by Artistic Concepts, Arlene Bellamy, as well as floral arrangements by Morrow Florist in the gift shop. Parents, family, friends, guests, teacher development specialists, mentors, administrators, everyone, we thank you. Please note that there are light refreshments. You will be guided to those as well. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening.